Welcome back to the Marketing Ninja Podcast with Manuel Suarez, CEO of attention-grabbing media and author of #1 bestseller, Marketing Magic.
So if you just do broad marketing and you try to go after everybody, you're gonna end up broke. I also call it the 4 Ps, because in the marketing world, you have to have those things really clearly established from the beginning if you want to win the game. In this episode, I want to cover some important marketing terms. A lot of these words have been around for decades. I'm going to give you an overall list of words that I believe that you need to understand right now. Let's go to the whiteboard now and show you all about it. So these are some of the important terms that you should know about, and not anything complicated for you to learn about. There's something called the marketing mix. I also call it the 4 Ps. Because in the marketing world, you have to have those things really clearly established from the beginning if you want to win the game. Think about an influencer. If an influencer doesn't have a product, which means that he doesn't have a price, and he doesn't have a place to sell these things like fulfillment or brick and mortar stores, or he doesn't have promotion of the product, what does he have? I can tell you what he doesn't have: money. Target market is a specific group of consumers a business aims to reach with its products and services. And for that, I want to show you here a quick little demonstration of how important this is. Somewhere around 8 billion people on the planet. If you look at a brand like us at Attention Grabbing Media, we have only serviced somewhere around 1,000 businesses. Look at how many other businesses we've never touched. So having a target demographic is essential. You have to know who you're going after, because let me guarantee you something. Most of these people are not interested in what you have to offer. They're not interested in your products or in your services. So if you just do broad marketing, shotgun marketing, and you try to go after everybody, you're gonna end up broke. Your advertising is gonna go to waste because you talk to everybody, which means that you talk to nobody. Very, very important to figure that out from the beginning. There's also the individual groups of people that you want to be able to target correctly. Why? Because if you're targeting a product, which is a makeup, for example, you have somewhere around 2 billion men actively on social media platforms that you want to not target, and maybe 2 billion females that you want to target. And you target this one and you get rid of this one over here. So that's part of your process of discovering who your audience is so you can go after the correct demographics. You have a business that can only service a little fraction of this planet or it will break. So all you gotta do is be able to service the correct people and do your best at finding your target demographic. Segmentation over here. The process of dividing a market into distinct groups of buyers who have different needs, characteristics, or behaviors. Let me give you an example. In my brand at Attention Grabbing Media, when I am doing marketing campaigns, if I want to sell a service that's going to cost clients somewhere around $50,000 a year, I'm not going to sell it to people that don't know who I am. I'm going to sell it to the people that have bought things from me before. Having a group of people that you can go after that are going to be more prepared to receive whatever it is that you have to offer. Segments are basically these divisions: former customers, existing customers, social media following, people that are following you on social media. They have never bought anything from you, but they are following. There's already a point of contact. They need to be segmented separately because they have never opened up their wallets. They have never given you a penny. And because they haven't paid anything to you before, they don't trust you maybe as much as these people over here, especially if these people already gave you some money and they got value from it and they were happy because you delivered a good quality service. And then we have something that we call cold audiences, cold traffic, cold people. They have no idea who you are. And then we have in between all these areas, the different segments of ages, how long they've been a customer of yours, how much have they spent money on your brand, how frequent do they buy from you, how many products have they bought, how many services, the level of money, how much revenue they spent on your brand, and so on. Creating all these segments is an essential part of the marketing game. Brand equity, positioning and brand equity. Positioning is like, how do you position a product so people can think about it in a certain way? Like in my case, I want to be known as a marketer. My positioning is that when you need marketing help, you come to my company to ask for help because you know we must have some good things happening here in this company. Brand equity, the value a brand adds to a product or service based on consumer attitudes, recognition and loyalty towards the brand. How much is the power of that brand by itself, even without the products? USP, unique selling proposition. What makes you special? You need to know that. That needs to be printed on your wall. A factor that differentiates you from your competitor. A customer journey, the complete sum of that customer process with you, from the first contact on social media or on some kind of traditional advertising campaign to them buying products and then buying products again and then them becoming testimonials for you or brand ambassadors. That entire journey across the entire process. Conversion rate, you get 100 people to visit your store. You send 100 people from a video to an offer and you get 7 people to buy your products. They become paying customers. What is your conversion rate? You guessed it right. You got a 7% conversion rate. Optimizing conversion rate, the word is optimizing, is very important. You want to make a website faster. You want to make it more user-friendly. You want to present opportunities for people that are coming in for the first time because traffic is important. Most of them are not going to convert. So optimizing conversion for an increased conversion rate is a very important marketing term. Search engine optimization, SEO, the process of optimizing a website to rank higher. How can you get your website to show up better on search results? But it's also applicable to things like YouTube. How can you get your videos to show up when somebody is searching for? If you're not optimized, you're not gonna win. It is a marketing term. The titles have to do with it, the thumbnails have to do with it, pay-per-click. If you go to Amazon and you want to do a campaign on Amazon, or if you want to do a campaign on Google, there's something called PPC, meaning that how much are you paying for every single click? Click-through rate, that means basically from 100 people, just like conversion rate, that get to see the ad, how many of them are actually clicking on that ad to open it, to open up the website, and so on. Very important. Why is that so important? Because when you have a very, very low click-through rate, which by the way, platforms like Meta and all social media platforms will tell you what is your click-through rate. The lower the rate, the less you're gonna get to see people seeing your ads, and also the higher the cost of advertising, because it really means that people are not that interested. The higher the click-through rate, let's say that you have a 4% click-through rate or a 5% click-through rate, that's a really good rate. 5 out of 100 people are clicking through to the website. That's amazing. That gives signals that that content is being really well received and you want to keep on showing it to more and more people. Return on investment. This is a very, very old school marketing term, ROI, a measure used to evaluate the efficiency or profitability of an investment. If I put $1 on a Facebook ad and I get $20 back from the sale of that particular client to that client, I got a 20 ROI. That's incredible. It's like printing money. It doesn't get any better than that. It's like hitting the casino and winning every single hand. That's incredible. You would not stop putting money on that machine until you eventually lose. So you want to have a great ROI. Content marketing. It's basically you're giving away educational content to get attention, the most valuable commodity. And once I get that attention, I can now convert that attention into revenue, because people that are interested in my information already are more likely to buy something from me that I'm presenting to them on that journey. There is 2 types of marketing. One of them is called inbound and the other one is called outbound. Inbound marketing. It is a strategy that focuses on attracting customers through relevant and helpful content and adding value at every stage in your customer's buying journey. So I give and give and give and give without ever asking people. Inbound marketing is possible with social media. It's not possible with other channels. Outbound marketing is when you have to cold call and call people out, trying to get them on board with your products and services. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. I know very successful companies that do outbound marketing. CRM is a customer's relation management tool. It's something where you can actually put all your customers with all their information, phone numbers and emails, and history with your company, which allows you to really not waste that asset. Your customers are your greatest assets. It is 7 times easier to get a customer to pay you again than to get a customer to pay you for the first time. So you want to make sure that you leverage your existing customers, and the CRM is going to allow you to do so. Another very important word is KPI. KPI is key performance indicator. Every single one of you, your business has individual key performance indicators that are the most important to you. In my case, I have the cost per lead and the CAC. These are my 2 most important KPIs, cost per lead and CAC. CPL, CAC. What does CAC stand for? Cost to acquire a customer. What is it costing me to acquire 1 customer? Because a lead is not a customer yet. So if I paid $10 to acquire a lead, maybe I paid $178 to acquire a customer. Now you might be saying, but that's a lot of money. Well, my contracts might start somewhere around $40,000, $50,000 a year. What do you think? Is that worth it? If I pay $180 for a customer that pays me $50,000 a year, what's the ROI on that? It's a big deal, right? The other one is CP view, cost per video view. When you're doing social media, you want to get your content, if you're advertising that content, to get seen at the lowest cost possible. One of the things that you got to do in the beginning journey of building your brand is figure out what are your KPIs. What are the things that you want to watch out for on your analytics that will help you determine whether you're succeeding or not? What is your ideal cost per lead? What is your ideal cost to acquire a customer? What is your ideal cost per video view, cost per website visitor, cost per everything? If you understand that, it's going to help you right away adjust your strategies to ensure that you get as close to possible or even beat those numbers every single step of the way. Demographics are statistical data relating to the population and particular groups with it. And then there's two more things here, business to business and business to consumer. Can I advertise on Facebook and Instagram to acquire business to business customers? Absolutely yes. You know who's using Facebook and Instagram every day? Business owners, humans like you and me. I use it. I use it to engage with my friends, my family, to post, to see what's happening on the social media in general. And I'm a business owner. Businesses have contacted me through Facebook and Instagram. So there's no platform that is only going to help you if you're a B2B business. But if you're a B2C, then it's a big open playing field because everybody is a potential customer for you.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, go ahead, leave us a review and subscribe to tune in for future episodes. And if you're looking for a team that'll go above and beyond for you and your brand, go to talktoaninja.com today.